Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. We are here for the Liverpool Show, as always, Thursday night. I for some reason, I thought it was 8 p.m. 9 p.m. I don't know. My head is absolutely mangled today. But yeah, I'm joined by Gini. Hopefully, Velv and Mac might be on their way in a bit. But Gini, how are you doing, mate?
I am good, half good, because it's in international break, so it's never perfect when you got to worry about Naby Keita kicking the floor for Gini. But yeah, I'm not doing too bad, thank you.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Mystic Werewolf, big up Wolf in the chat. Also, big up Chris, big up the panel. I haven't spoken to you, Carl. I've spoken to a fair few Liverpool fans. Obviously, Tyler and Paul have given their opinions on the City game. I haven't had a chance to talk to you about it, so we'll talk about that. We'll touch on it. What were your overall thoughts on the game?
The City game, it was first half. I had my hands over my eyes for 45 minutes of the first 45 minutes. Because it was absolutely terrible. We missed Thiago massively. We missed Trent creativity throughout the whole game. To be fair, Trent's monumental to Liverpool. The first half was absolutely horrible, but we got through it 0-0. So
I still don't know how.
Neither do I. So
I don't know how the fuck you managed to scrape that 0-0. Jurgen must have been thinking at half time, like, fuck me, this is going well, boys. Congratulations, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, out of all the negatives that could come, 0-0 at half time was positive. Yeah. But then second half was just the top of the top. It was the best two teams in the Premier League. Well, 2 and 3, because you can put Chelsea up there now. But yeah, just going toe to toe, attack for attack, both wanting to win the game. It was absolutely outstanding. I think it sounds like an excuse, but like I'm happy with the point that I'm happy with the point with how the first half went. Bit gutting with the way it went, but I do think we would have won the game with Trent and Thiago, or just Trent, to be honest, because in that game we didn't actually create anything. Our only creativity came from Salah running it through about 5 players. So yeah, positives to take. We got a point. We didn't lose, which we could have done. But overall, not too bad, and probably the goal of the season by the best player in the world.
100%. Chris says you don't need Velv Show better without him. Ouch, Chris. Ouch. Wolf says, I know it's been a day now, but missed you. Missed you too, Wolf. Missed you too. Basically, what Gini's trying to say is first half we're spending time with Gemma Collins at a buffet. Depressing. Can't believe you're doing this and not watching France Belgium. Well, hello, Russ. Welcome to the first, not the first XI, fucking hell. Welcome to the Liverpool Show. Every Thursday, we make sure we're consistent with this. Although, to be fair, I might just put the Belgium France game on now, but it is 2 overrated teams. England are clear. If we could just get rid of Southgate, just a suggestion. But let's talk a bit more about that game, because rightly, the first half was a fucking disgrace. You'll get cancelled on Twitter for saying stuff like that, Chris Lowe. God bless you. Oh yeah, what about Gemma Collins? Yeah, you can't diss Gemma too much. But second half though, you lot turned up the heat, as did City. That was an interesting one, wasn't it?
What?
The second half. The second half was an interesting one, wasn't it? Obviously, 2 goals each. Start with was it Mane that got your first goal? Yeah, it was Mane, wasn't it? Talk us through that first goal.
First goal was actually great play out from the back, and then it come from our only creative part on Saturday, which was Salah beating 2 men, giving it to Mane. And what frustrated me most about that game is the only time this season we've been extremely clinical. We didn't go on to win. We went on to concede 2 goals. So that from that perspective, it was frustrating because Mane he struggled with his finishing this season and last season especially, but you know he had one chance and he slotted it away, so it was a good goal. Positive for him because that should do his confidence massive that he had one chance and scored it, a bit like the old Mane that we need to see a bit more. And then the second goal, we could have just seen the goal of the month, the goal of the season, and we're in October. That's how good it was. He put who did, was it Laporte? Yeah, Laporte. He put on his arse. Ruben Diaz could get nowhere near him because of his finish. Span like Bernardo Silva and two players. It was an absolutely magnificent goal. It's definitely the best goal so far. Obviously, you never know what's going to come, but it's just Mo Salah, and I'm running out of words to say for him at the minute because he's just that good.
Yeah, obviously we'll get into Mo a little bit because it could get worrying for Liverpool if when I word it how I'm going to word it, it could get brutal for you lot soon. Is Mane back to his best? He's definitely improved. He has improved. He has definitely. He's got more goals by him, hasn't he? Liverpool created 0.02 XG in the first half.
That's what I said. We were clinical.
You could see that. You could certainly see that in the first half. Newcastle. Gini, what's your thoughts on Newcastle? You're a little worried now?
No, I'm. To be fair, I'm delighted for them.
Well, you say that now. Wait 20 years.
Oh no! It's a big danger for all the other teams. But as them for a club, you can't have a hint of happiness for them after all they've been through. Obviously, you all know with Plymouth having a crap chairman and stuff. To be taken over by, it's like they've won the lottery. So I am happy for them. But in terms of a Liverpool point of view, it's another team that's coming up the roster with all the oil money, which we know about for a team in blue in Manchester. So could get concerning for everyone involved, especially United. Battling for top six would be even tougher for them now.
Well, do you know what? I think it could be concerning for Liverpool and United because the issue is United have got money. They've got they generate a shit ton of money. I mean, financially, they can compete just because of how big they are in terms of sponsorships and all that. Liverpool, on the other hand, don't create that much. You get a little bit more, but I don't think you overly create. But let's go through Liverpool's situation as it is. So this year, Edwards looks like he could be walking out. Next year, Salah's contract's up. Year after, Jurgen Klopp leaving. Next 3 years, Gini, how many times are we going to see you crying this for the next 3 years?
Well, on Michael Edwards, that was the first one you brought up. So that it's not confirmed we lose him, although it looks extremely likely, like you said. And he's worked under FSG, so to be honest, he deserves to leave because the wonders that he's done with his football club is so underrated. The way Jota so far has only cost us 12 million, which is unbelievable. We're paying over like 10 years for £4 million each year. That's unbelievable. Some of the signings, like Salah, like our whole front three, cost like 30-40 million each. He's been unbelievable to this football club. So that's a massive miss that not many people are talking about. Then you have Salah, who I'm not worried about personally.
But let's go on the assumption that they all fuck off. Let's go on the assumption that Salah does end up leaving for free, which would be.
If Salah leaves on a free, then you'll never see me again. And if Salah leaves this season, then you'll also never see me again. So I can't imagine a world without Liverpool and Mo Salah and Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. So, yeah, if we're going on that perspective, which gives me anxiety even thinking about it, then we will be in deep trouble. You do have to worry for us when Klopp goes. There's no one in world football that will replace him. There's managers that out there can do it with money, but there's no one like Klopp who can do it. You can do it with not.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But to be fair, I'm not worried about the Salah thing because I think it's so similar to Henderson. We were told Henderson's leaving in the summer, and that ended up coming to be rubbish. To be honest, I'm not taking anything off journalists because throughout the summer we were fed absolute crap. Say Sal's coming, Renato Sanchez is coming, and we ended up signing no one since Canate. So I don't listen to them. I'm confident Sal will stay, but if not, then I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's just beg for mercy at that point. That's why I said it could be more brutal for Liverpool, Newcastle. You're not afraid that Newcastle might just go, Salah's leaving on a free. Salah, do you fancy coming to Newcastle? That'd be brutal for you. That would be.
If that's the case, then I take back everything I said about being happy for Newcastle.
I can sort of understand that. Wolf says, I want to lose some brain cells. Can you bring Velv on, please? I'll be on soon. Love to see it. I'm actually so jealous of Newcastle. Yes, murder and human rights violations are bad, but West Ham winning the league does sound fun. And do you know what, Lanzi? I said exactly the same on the EFL show. Right? Look, let's put it bluntly. Yes, the human rights and the murderings and the chopping of people's heads and all that, totally unacceptable. Don't agree with a single bit of it. But their money does make me happy, right? Money makes everyone happy, especially in football. So I love their money. Don't like what they personally do. I'm not gonna sit here and have double standards, right? I'm not going to talk about their human rights and all that. Whilst, of course, they're horrific and they should have something done with that. That's also political, and we should probably get Boris to deal with that because Boris is just what a human being he is. But yeah, in terms of me, I can't sit here and say it's unacceptable because guess what? If they came to buy Plymouth Argyle, hi, welcome to Plymouth Argyle. Now, how much is our first transfer budget? Like, genuinely, money changes everything in football. Can Milner play more than 2 games a week? Probably not. Well, probably. Do you know what? Milner, interestingly, I think Milner could end up back at Newcastle. Because if you think back to the City, when City bought all of their players, didn't they? Right? And they bought a lot of Premier League proven, the likes of Gareth Barry and all of that. They bought a lot of good Premier League players, right? Could you see Milner ending up back at Newcastle? I mean, the fact that Newcastle might even try and pinch Rafa, which I'm sure for you would be fucking hilarious, knowing that he had just got up to Everton. Everton fans are quite like Rafa. This is going well. And then Newcastle go, can we have Rafa back? Excellent. Talk about Rafa. Could you see Rafa back at Newcastle?
No, not this soon. I would absolutely love Rafa to go and dump him off after a month, and then they'd be in the absolute mud. That would be hilarious. But to be fair, I'd also I still love him for what he did for the football club, and I'd love it. It's perfect for his career that he did so well at Newcastle with how Mike Ashley treated him. Then he was fed up. He said he liked the club, he just didn't like the owner.
Yeah,
I'd love him to go and smash it at Newcastle where he finally gets the backing he deserves.
Do you think that would make him an even more of a Liverpool legend than he already is if he went to Everton, dumped him after 3 months to go back to Newcastle? Does that improve his legacy in any way, shape, or form? It's got to, surely.
It would, but he's going to stay the season and relegate them, and then that'll just cement his legacy forever.
I don't think he would. I think if he stayed at Everton, I think he gets top 6 with them. It's mad. It's mad because Everton theoretically shouldn't get top 6 with what they spent, but Rafa is just that good. I could see him just shithousing top 6, especially if United and Ollie continue the way they're going. This was the easy one for them. They fucked it up this badly on the easy one. They've got the hard one coming up. I'm excited. United show's just got good. I'm very excited for them. Some comments here. Human rights, nah, mate. Back to back league titles all the way. Wolf Newcastle transfer budget 1 trillion. Not quite, but it's certainly gonna be tough. Small club. So no, Queen Liz needs to buy West Ham. Oh, she's poor. She's poor. Where do Liverpool need a strengthening? A fucking squad depth, probably the best one. But no, I think Rafa is an interesting one. Now we've got a few scenarios that we're going to talk about tonight, but we'll get into them in a bit. But what I do want to talk about is Harvey Elliott. Now, obviously, we know that he's actually, back in training, back on the bike. He's back on the bike. Firstly, how good is it to see him back, doing some sort of exercise training? He hasn't got Porky, which is probably a good thing. But no, obviously he's back. Now, how long he's, until he's back, I couldn't possibly tell you. But it's good to see him back in training, isn't it? Also, it looks like he hasn't got a brace on his ankle anymore. So I don't know if the cast has been taken off quite quickly.
Yeah, to be honest, Elliott's he's one of those players where, although he's 18, he's got a mentality of an absolute monster. I don't know who's engraved it to him, if it's Klopp or if if it's just from childhood. But his mentality
might be Pep Linders, or doesn't Pep Linders do a lot of work with the youngsters?
Yeah, possibly. But his mentality, he just gets Liverpool foot. He's a Liverpool fan. He gets the whole thing about it. So he will be absolutely itching to get back. We know how good he is. In the time he played, he already cemented himself as a starter, which is absolutely mental considering we had a midfield of Henderson, Fabinho and Thiago. He will be back as soon as possible, and I know for sure because of how hard he'll work, how much he wants to get back. And I think he'll come back even stronger. So it's great to see him back on the bike. Slow steps. Hopefully we'll see him this season. I think we will. And that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Well, talking of going from one youngster to the other, Curtis Jones, he's had a good, he's impressing, that's for sure. Yeah. This is a really big season for Curtis, isn't it? You think Naby Keita is currently, probably having more than one hissy figure, and how's this kid in front of me and all of that crap? Maybe because that kid's got 2 working legs. Might be, that might be one reason why Klopp likes him more. He also looks a little bit more talented, possibly because he plays a bit more and can do a bit more training. Heck, I don't mean to go in on Naby. Wolf wants Donald Trump to buy United. Velv actually likes Newcastle. Again, just wait. Just you two. Velv's going to be on in a bit. Just you two. We have names, you dumbass. Love it. Can Jones? That's the one thing. Can Jones keep the form going on? Because I think he can. I think he's really talented young lad. But it's a lot of work. Well, not a lot of work, but he's gonna need to continue working hard. But do you see him being able to continue to do this? And England under 21s have just conceded a goal. Fucking useless wankers.
I'm actually really invested in Curtis Jones. He's unbelievably overrated by rival fans because they obviously don't get to watch him enough. And even
you mean underrated, right?
Yeah. Oh, did I say overrated?
Yeah, you said overrated. I was just about to say it. Are you
Sorry,
sure?
no, underrated. The thing is with Curtis, he's coming into midfield, one of the toughest places to get into in any big midfielder. So he's got big boots to fill. He's also that new Scouse centre mid that's come from the academy. He's took Gerrard's numbers, so there's all that legacy there for him to fill. He's got massive boots to fill, and he was so good in the under 23. Belgium has scored. He was so good in the under 23s, under 18s that he had massive expectations. But the way Klopp's developed him isn't Curtis. Curtis is a midfielder that we don't have he's a unique one that is amazing going forward. As in, he can bang one from the edge of the box, as we've seen against Brentford. He can get you goals from midfield. He can get you plenty of assists from midfield, as we've seen against Porto. Yeah. He's that midfielder, but Klopp doesn't play with one. Klopp likes to play with Henderson and Thiago or Wijnaldum last season, covering for the fullbacks, and then the fullbacks are our source of creativity. Last season, it got figured out, hence why we had such a poor season. Yeah. And it's brilliant to see Klopp's developed it this season. If you look at our recent games, Henderson scored against Milan, Naby scored against Palace, Jones against Brentford, Fabinho against Leeds. We've never seen that before. Yeah. Goals from midfield under Klopp, which is amazing to see. He's becoming less stubborn and he's becoming more versatile in the way we play, becoming more unpredictable. And if we are going for having like a creative goal, you get a goal winning midfielder, Curtis is bang on the money and he's there. He's not up to the quality as like Bernardo Silva's, Gundogan. Of course he's not. Fernandes is nowhere near yet. But
he's definitely better. Old. He's definitely better than Fernandes.
Yeah, but yeah, he's 20 years old. He's got massive room to learn it. He's learning it under the best manager in the world, in my opinion. So I think Curtis is amazing. I think he's properly come on this season, especially getting more game time.
Is Curtis, because everyone talks about Trent being the future captain? Is Curtis actually more likely to be the future captain? Because I've seen him,
he's captain before Trent.
Oh yeah, he's captained the under-21s multiple times. He's told Harvey Elliott to shut his mouth when Harvey kept moaning like a little bitch. Now, I'm not having to go at Harvey there. I'm just saying that Harvey started moaning and Curtis told him to literally shut his mouth. He literally used those words. He said, "Shut it, Harvey." He's also got all the attributes. I remember, in that penalty shootout where Brewster missed that penalty, it was Curtis Jones who was the one that was sort of consoling him. Do we think that Curtis Jones might more likely be the Liverpool captain than Trent?
Time will tell. I think what's great about all the academy kids with Harvey, Trent and Curtis, they all get it. They're all Liverpool fans. 2 of the 3 of them are Scousers. You can actually see all 3 of them getting it because they have such good mentalities. They have good skills to fill the leadership roles. So you never know. I honestly, any 3 of them I can see being future Liverpool captains. We've had the more evidence of Trent so far, so I'd have to say Trent at the minute. But Curtis is brilliant. Curtis has got a great mentality, as well as Harvey and Trent. So yeah, time will tell. I won't be mad either way.
Yeah. No, I hear that. What about you, Velv?
I think he'll be vice captain. I don't see him getting the captaincy over Trent. Because due to Trent's story of how it started and then how it's gone, like he obviously wants to be captain. I think it'll be those 2.
I mean, it's cute. A story is always cute, but stories don't necessarily make you captain of Liverpool Football Club.
We'll just see, like, if there's games where Trent is captain.
I reckon you should give it a Curtis Jones. I mean, he's basically a Steven Gerrard regen, let's be fair.
That's disgusting, by the way. They're 2-0 down in 40 minutes.
Dusted nation. Not only, literally dusted. They're also kicking off at the UK. They're like, we're going to shut off your power. It's like, that's 4% of our power. Please do. Also, 2% of that is currently not working.
All I can say is for the captaincy is Jones captained was it against Shrewsbury in the FA Cup?
Where Jones has captained Liverpool seniors quite a few times. I think he did it against Everton, wasn't it? He was captain against Everton.
No,
he was captain.
No,
was he?
Yeah,
no,
I swear he was.
I think it was Origi.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's Origi, yeah.
Fuck it out. Klopp is a disgrace. That hurts his legacy. Hold on, that hurts his legacy. I'm an Origi captain, according to Sonny. Fuck me. I mean, what does that do for Klopp's legacy? In the bin it goes, I think.
Yeah, Origi has captained many times before for Liverpool.
Don't let Sonny hear that. Where's Alcantara? Anfield's basement. Wouldn't surprise me. Captain Niall, love it. I don't think I've got the qualities to be captain of Liverpool. I just don't have the physique or the technical attributes to be captain of Liverpool.
No, if you want to be a Liverpool
or
player,
actually player of Liverpool, mind you. But I could do a manager job. I can
the question is,
I can embrace my inner scouts. Yes, I could probably do a better job than Adrian, but you definitely.
Okay, then you're a Liverpool player. Congratulations. Here's your contract, 500k per week.
I could take over Klopp. I could. Because with the way I banter United, you could just imagine my press conferences are just going to be ripping the shit out of United for about 20, 30 minutes, which Liverpool fans would take great pleasure in watching. I could do it. Tactically, I'm not too bad. I could definitely do that. So yeah, when Klopp leaves, I'll take charge. But moving on to Klopp, I read a really interesting article on The Athletic, which actually was a really interesting one. And they spoke about giving Klopp, a season, a break, shall we say, a 1 year sabbatical. Let Pep Linders take over for a year, let Jurgen go away, clear his head, and then come back fresh. Now, the same offers were given to, Paisley and Shankly, but both of them refused to do it. They didn't want to, right? And both of them apparently later on regretted the decision. I also think Dalglish was similar in terms of the break and regretting it. Do you think you should offer Jurgen Klopp a year to go away? Go back to Germany, see his family, drink as many of those German pints or whatever beer they are in Germany, and then come back fresher, maybe keep him for a little bit longer?
Do I think we should?
Yeah. So give him a 1 year sabbatical like you offered Paisley and Shankly.
At the end of the contract.
Well, you could even do it sort of like 2023. You could give him 2023 off, so 23-24 season off. Give him that season off. Let Pep Linders take charge for a year. I'm sure you could do it for a year, and I'm sure Jurgen wouldn't be too far away from a phone call if Pep did need him. And then Jurgen comes back maybe a little bit more fresher and ready to essentially rebuild Liverpool, because you are going to need a rebuild. Would that be a wise idea?
Any way, shape or form, we can keep Klopp longer than 2024 and biting your hand off. So yeah, but do I think he will? No. So I'm not going to get my hopes up. But anyway, after we can keep Klopp longer than 2024, I'm doing it. So yeah, definitely. Well,
because the reason I think he might go for it is he's quite an addictive personality, and he's clearly addicted to football. Else he'd have given it up years ago. And ultimately, I think he could end up taking it, because I think he's going to be 58 when he leaves, right? 58 is no age to leave Liverpool a senior job. I think he could take a year and go, fuck it, I'll take a year off, have a little bit of a break. Right? I don't have to deal with fucking Salah and Mane trying to punch each other because neither one of them assisted each other. Or, I'm not going to have to hold them back in a little bit of a fight. That's Pep Linders' job for a year. Pep's going to be there fucking like, oh, God, my life. Will you two shut the fuck up? Jordan, or go punch him. Curtis, 2 foot them, please. Or something like that. And then Jurgen comes back and he'll be all boisterous again and be like, right, let's do this shit again. Why? Salah, you're like 35 years old, mate. What the fuck have you done?
I'm the oldest at the club.
He's still at the club. He's still versatile, fucking playing right back when Trent's unavailable. But Velv, do you think it's a good idea?
I think he deserves it, the break. But I feel that'll be end of his career, because he's always the man who's like, oh, I'm gonna run down my contract and we'll see what happens. I think he'll just run it down, take like a break, and then probably manage the German national team. Because I think he wants to leave. I think he would leave Liverpool with like a legacy. I think like add one more trophy, like a Premier League, and
he can't get the Premier League for this season because that's Graham Potter's.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about the wonderful Brighton, who's very good. Next
Respect the
season we'll win
Brighton.
the Premier League.
No, Graham Potter will still be there. Although Brighton, we won't talk about why Brighton have got a couple of issues coming up their way, but they've definitely got at least one issue.
I'll go kidnap Graham Potter so we can win the Premier League title.
Yeah, Graham Potter's probably going to be reading that going, I swear to fucking God. What an absolute fucking
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, what a fucking twat. But no, Jurgen is an interesting one. I could certainly see that. Pogba can leave my club. Bye. Take your cancer, age, and your barber out of my club. I hear that. Apparently, he's going to become one of the highest paid Premier League. I swear, United are so far in the mud. But as I said, we've got some interesting things to debate today because I want to make you lot suffer. So I'm going to ask you two really interesting ones. The first one, and I'm going to kick back and relax for this one. Who's got the better legacy, Mo Salah or Steven Gerrard?
Shit.
Who has got the better legacy at Liverpool, Steven Gerrard or Mo Salah?
Gerrard.
In what context? Right? In what context?
In the context of who has delivered more for Liverpool.
Gerrard. I don't care. Gerrard. My mum and dad have grown me up to be Gerrard over everyone. Gerrard. In terms of Liverpool legacy as legendary status, no one, no footballer, obviously Paisley, Shankly, in terms of managers, but no footballer will become over Gerrard, Dalglish. It's so hard to do that. The dedication he had.
What if Salah signs a new contract and wins a couple more Premier Leagues?
I'm not having these what ifs.
Oh no, you are definitely. We're having a few what ifs tonight.
I hope these what ifs come true.
As you said, there's an international break, so we can't really preview any games because there's no fucking games this week. But no, what is Salah? So imagine this, right? Salah has scored, wins a couple, signs a new contract, wins a couple more Premier Leagues. Potentially even Champions League. Does he overtake Gerrard then?
Go on, Velv.
Well, Gini, you answer that one first, and then I'll get Velv to answer both of them. I said this would be a tough one.
Gerrard. No,
really? Even if Salah was to dedicate the rest of his career to Liverpool, win you 3 Premier League trophies and 2 Champions League trophies in his time at Liverpool, you still pick Gerrard?
All right, okay, hang on. So we're saying if Salah wins 3...
So if Salah signs a new contract, remains loyal for Liverpool throughout his rest of his prime years, so from now until he's 32, 33, 34, wins you 2 more Premier League titles, which would take his up to 3, and wins you another Champions League, which would take him up to 2, does he overtake Gerrard in terms of legacy at Liverpool Football Club?
Well, then can I say if Gerrard becomes the manager of Salah's extra titles?
No, because you can answer that one. Well, that one then instantly.
But he's not a player then. He's just a manager.
No, I can see what Gini's trying to do there. No, you can't use that what if because I don't think that would happen just yet.
Bloody, you're trying to make me say Salah.
No, I think that will happen in about 10, 15 years' time. Liverpool won't rush Gerrard into this job. I can absolutely assure you. In fact, I could see if Newcastle can't get Rafa, I could see him looking at Stevie G. Personally,
I bloody hope so.
I mean, it would be great for him, wouldn't it?
I hate that question so much now.
I know. I thought you would. So what is it? What's your answer?
I don't know. Can Velv go first?
Okay, so Velv, answer the first one. At the moment, who's got the better legacy, Mo Salah or Steven Gerrard?
If you're looking at from a Premier League wise, I'm sorry, Liverpool fans.
Well, you are one of
Scousers,
them.
yeah,
You are one
the
of
Scousers, the one who loves Steven Gerrard, but Mo Salah has a bigger Premier League legacy than Gerrard. It's there. Salah has won the Premier League. He's been vital to us in our success, not taken away from Gerrard. Gerrard, what he
He's
did.
broken more records than I care to imagine.
Yeah, Salah has broken records. Gerrard has won so many awards for his amazingness, but for Premier League wise, Salah, what he's done coming into Liverpool, broke the goal scoring record in a single season, which was shared between Suarez and Ronaldo. He beat that in his first season, 32. Got 60 goal contributions in that season, and then consistency, he got it. And when it comes to them clutch moments in the Premier League where you need Salah, I remember that goal against United when Alisson passed it, Salah went through on goal, scored. Literally, that literally told everyone, rest of the Premier League, that it's done. We've already won the league, and that's why.
Yeah.
If you're looking at from a European status, then Gerrard 100%, because no one could take away the 2005 Champions League final. He single-handedly carried that team to win that Champions League.
Unless you're 4-0 down to PSG and Salah scores 4 goals and then scores the winner in the penalty shootout.
But it hasn't happened yet. So
I'm all about what ifs. Mo Salah says Wolf, slip. You must be on crack to choose Gerrard, who didn't win a Premier League. It's a hard one. Good answer, Velv, but fuck off. What are you smoking now? Pretty cool. I'm smoking a vape, and I've currently got Tango Mango as the flavour. But Gini, Salah wins 2 more Premier Leagues and
I'm
Champions
not
League.
having that, by the way. Velv just completely ducked the question.
But no, he didn't. He said in terms of Premier... Well, actually, yeah, Velv, you did sort of duck. Overall, who's got the better legacy?
Yeah.
Shit.
He ducked it. He nearly got away with it.
Why, Genie? Why?
Because Genie knows he's next.
Yeah.
Klopp's history. Shit. Oh my days! Why?
I know. The next one that I've got after this is even better. That one is.
This one. Can we go on to the next one?
You definitely won't want to go to the next one, Genie. I can assure you. This is actually easier than the next one.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know what.
Currently,
is
Gerrard. If Salah wins a trophy this season, he knocks off Gerrard.
Okay. Right. So Velv says Gerrard, but if Salah wins one more trophy, it's Salah. Genie.
No, I've always said Gerrard's got a better legacy, but it's your stupid what if.
Yeah, but what about the what if? So Salah wins 2 more Premier Leagues and the Champions League. Who has a better legacy?
I can't say.
You can.
Go
on.
Alright, okay, right. I'm signing a 5-year deal to Let's Talk Premier League. We'll come back in 5 years, and then if Salah's done it, I'll answer the question.
Fucking hell, that's longer than Tom and Sonny combined. Okay, so question number 2, and this one is brutal, and I can't wait.
Leave the stream is brutal.
So, you have got the choice, and one of these, you are going to have to... All of their history ends up as a United legend. So one of these players has to end up as a United legend.
You're stupid what ifs, man.
I'm brilliant. All right, so these are the 3 that you have to turn to a United. One of these have to become a United legend. Luis Suarez, Fernando Torres, or Mo Salah.
Yeah,
but
out of what?
Torres.
Velv's gone. He's like, nah, I'm done. So hold on, you that was quick. You straight away, you're like Torres.
Yeah, Torres.
Hmm.
It'd have to be because Suarez and Torres did it with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Not as in snaked it as much as United, but at the time Torres was too good for us. Suarez was always going to go, and I'd absolutely hate to see Suarez at any other Premier League club. I couldn't even imagine that.
Okay, swap Torres out for.
Stop shopping people. No.
No, because that was quite easy then. Swap Torres out for Michael Owen. Actually, Owen did that as well.
Yeah.
If you say Jordan Henderson, wait, why did I say that? No.
No, Stevie G.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
off.
Suarez. Then.
Suarez, Salah, or Stevie G?
It'd have to be Suarez, wouldn't it?
What?
What do you
I
mean,
don't know why
what?
Velv's going, what? Is you've got to then pick either Stevie G or fucking Salah, mate. Brutal. So Gini's gone for Luis Suarez. Velv, what about you? Which one becomes a United legend? Velv, you're muted.
He's muted on purpose. I think he's fully aware he's muted.
Wolf says, I love these questions. Can I smoke it? Of course you can. Chris says, I hate these questions. Chris also says, choose carefully. Torres went to Chelsea. They're good questions. I'm not going to lie.
If Gerrard went to United, he'd have been guaranteed a Premier League.
There is no
More,
United. It doesn't count.
More than one. He would have got more than one Premier League title, mate. He would have got about 900.
Oh, no.
How are you debating this?
Suarez, even though he's a racist, but that season at Liverpool, oh my days, that got me orgasm.
Yeah, I've just thought Suarez, after what he'd done, would become I love that question. That's fucking brilliant.
You have to say Suarez because he's left us. Gerrard never did, and Salah's still with us, so I have to say Suarez.
Yeah, Suarez then, Suarez. And that hurts me, man. Suarez. If he actually does go United or the free agent, I'll be pissed, man.
Imagine Salah does it. Chris says, for fuck's sake, now I had to put Gerrard in. I did. Now, here's your next one. We've got a few.
But there's more.
Yeah, who is the better captain? Well, who's been the better captain for Liverpool? Stevie G or Jordan Henderson? Gini's about to rip up his 5-year contract and leave.
Guys, thanks for having me on this wonderful channel. It's been a pleasure working. Shit.
Both of them.
Nah, you can't do that. You can only have the one. Actually, are we? Well, no. Who has been better? Because
Both.
Yeah,
but who's been better? Do I need to get the dictionary out of what the term?
Okay.
Better?
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. Your club.
If you say of the history Gerrard and of current years Henderson, I'm going to punch you in the face.
No.
I will literally go to East London and knock you out.
We talk about history in the club.
Yeah.
We talk about moments. We didn't win the first Champions League with Steven Gerrard. So, not like the first.
Well
ever.
done, Sherlock Holmes.
I know where he's going with this. I think I know where he's going with this.
But in the stage where the rivals are laughing at us that we haven't won a Premier League, this man, Jordan Henderson, has stepped up.
I knew he was going this way.
Bear this in mind, he got nominated for PFA Player of the Year that season. We won it. He was integral. There was a stat saying we had a less win rate without him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry. I hate this. Jordan Henderson. I'm sorry. I can't.
So Velv goes Henderson. Gini?
Both.
Nah. Velv's answered it. Go on, Gini. They're both great players. They're both incredible.
They're both legends. They're not just players.
Well, legend, player, part of the furniture.
Right.
You describe your terminology for them. I don't mind.
Klopp
Next, we're doing managers, and you're gonna love that one.
Right, Gerrard led our team from 3-0 down in a Champions League final against one of the best teams still to exist in that Milan side. That was a super team. Pulled the rabbit out of the hat. 2 goals. Gerrard had tougher years. Henderson had awful years at the start as well, but Gerrard did it on his own. Henderson's had a bit of help.
Oh,
whilst you keep thinking, Matt says, did he just say Henderson over Gerrard? In terms of captaincy, I need to make that perfectly clear. We're not debating we're not debating on who's the better player, because I think we all know the answer to that. We're talking about who's been the better captain. And that is a very tough question.
Gerrard,
and one was not rated when he came in, by the way. Henderson was hated by Liverpool fans. Absolutely resented.
And that adds in as well,
and now he's become a Liverpool legend, and he's loved by everyone.
Like, he wasn't even considered in Jurgen Klopp's plans. Like, it was like 1890. It was like rumors about him going, and Henderson won it back.
I think it was Dalglish when he first joined. I think he was really struggling because Liverpool fans weren't too keen on him. I think the players were also not, 100% sure. But Kenny just said no, keep persisting, because Kenny always saw that Henderson was who Henderson could be. But Gini, you've not answered the question yet, mate.
Now I want to say Gerrard again. Oh, I can't. Oh, man, this question's killing me.
I think the question's actually full-blown killed Gini.
Well, rest in peace, Gini. You will not be forgotten.
Yeah, we won't forget Gini. That question killed him. Gini, are you even there, mate, or are you just pretending you can't hear us? He's definitely pretending that he can't hear us.
Okay,
all right, so Gini says that clearly it goes to Divock Origi. So I'll make sure I put that on Twitter. The Genie in the bottle thinks that Divock Origi is better than Gerrard and Henderson as captain of Liverpool. Next up, and the last one before we wrap up, managers. Who's had the biggest influence?
Oh, no.
Now, of course, I'm not going to go, mad and start saying Paisley and all of that.
Okay.
I'm going to go Jurgen Klopp, Rafa, and rest his soul, Gerard Houllier. Those are your 3.
No. I can't answer Gerard Houllier because I haven't seen it. So.
Oh, Genie answered that one. Genie answered that one very, very quickly.
What did he say?
He went Klopp.
Oh, it's Klopp then, because I haven't watched Houllier June, because he's obviously before when I was born, and he retired, I think, when I was born. Yeah. So yeah, I can't say that, and it's obviously going to be Klopp. Premier League, like Premier League alone, just displaces Rafa.
100%. Wolf goes wrap up. I'll be on the first XI. They're doing a watch long. I'll be going on that. So if you do want to see me, I'll be on the first XI for their watch along. We'll be back as I say tomorrow. But
I'm glad you did say Roy Hodgson, or I'll be out this stream.
Well, that would have been a ridiculously easy one because his legacy at Liverpool is untouched. Literally untouchable. You'd never want to touch that legacy ever again. Niall Smoke gave a better answer. Velv's voice knocked out Genie. Oh my God. But yeah, actually, one last one. It's not a question. It's how have you rated Liverpool start? So let's do a report card, right? So the report card for Klopp. We'll start with Klopp, and then we'll do not the whole team, but we'll do the team as a whole. So Genie, what are you giving Jurgen for the start of the season? Obviously, you got A star down to an F. What are you giving Jurgen?
What? Just solely Klopp?
Yeah. So what are you giving Klopp as a sort of, grade?
So what is A-star top?
A-star is, the best he's ever done,
Or there's
on
a
that,
new
and
grade
then
system, 9 A-star.
no, we're not doing that shit. A-star he's done as the best he can ever do, and then ungraded, get the fuck out the club. You have destroyed it to pieces.
Okay, I'll have to give him an A.
Yeah, that's not unreasonable.
An A-star would be if we beat Brentford and then one of City or Chelsea, then A-star.
Top of the league, undefeated.
Yeah, exactly. So that's worthy of an A. I just wish we stuck onto Brentford. You could possibly blame Klopp for the substitutions. He made his first sub in like the 70th minute or something, and it was to bring an attacker on, which was a bit weird. But he did explain it very well in that Brentford skipped the midfield. So A. Is A-star the highest?
Yeah.
Yeah, A.
Yeah, that's fair. Which watch along? They're doing Belgium, France. I'll be there if I can. Probably not watching the game too much. Big up, Chris. Gini clearly didn't do exams. Yeah, A for Klopp. I mean, Gini didn't actually, believe it or not, because they got cancelled, didn't they?
Yeah.
Also, they changed the grade system to its number.
1 to 9.
Which I don't believe in. Velv, what are you giving Klopp?
F. Get the fuck. I'm joking.
Say that at your own power, eh?
If I'm going based on this season, A. But what I've seen previously before, I'll give it a B. Reason I'll give it a B is I still haven't seen the best of Liverpool, if you get what I mean. Like, the best of Liverpool, that we don't concede any chances, will be on full pedal, because we have still conceded chances this season, and we haven't been clinical at certain stages. Before, we were used to be doing that. That's why I'll give it a B. But just for this season, A, because second of the league, had a pretty tough fixture with Chelsea and City, and it's good to be around the top area during before the international break, or during the international cases. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I hear that. And the last one is for the team. So, Gini, we'll start with you. What are you giving Liverpool Football Club, the team?
I'd probably give it the same as Klopp in an A. Is there a big star? Does that work or not?
No, it's not a B star, girl.
It's not a B star, mate. You got A star, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, you don't get a G. You get an F. Actually, you do get a G, don't you? Do you get a G? I never got a G. No, I think lowest is an F, and then U for ungraded. So yeah, Gini, you can't have a B star, mate. You can say an upper B if you want. I know they exist.
There's B pluses when you do uni, so
I'll keep it simple. I'll just give them an A. Obviously, unbeaten so far. We've wiped away Porto, wiped away Norwich, Palace, Leeds, Burnley. Performed really well in them games. We've had 2 tough fixtures. The only slip up, the only proper slip up was Brentford. So I'm gonna give us an A.
No, I hear that. They say that the Saudi-led takeover of Newcastle United has been completed. By the way, it is done apparently. Velv, what are you giving the team?
Liverpool, same as the manager. Sonny, F. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I hear that.
The
tweet from Newcastle United, an investment group led by the Public Investment Fund and also comprising PCP Capital Partners and RB Sports and Media, has completed the acquisition of 100% of the Newcastle United Limited and Newcastle United Club Limited from St James's Park Holdings Limited. So Newcastle United, as of tonight, have brand new owners led by the Saudi Arabian group. So that has been completed.
You just deep it. We're not left Arsenal just to go.
It is mad that there are celebrations outside St James's Park. Steve Bruce is now going to be out of a job. There's what I do feel for Steve Bruce, because I feel for Steve Bruce. He maybe not a legend, but I do feel for him.
Not a legend.
B for the team, A for Klopp, U for the medical staff for not giving Naby Keita injury-free vaccine.
No, he's fine. He's fit.
And Velv, big up. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. I'll be back tomorrow with the Chelsea show at 6 p.m. and the United show at 10 p.m. Really excited for that. That is going to be hilarious. So make sure you tune in for those.
Just put Townsend in the thumbnail to make them feel welcome.
For Chelsea, we're going to be ranking their managers under Roman Abramovich, and a few of those questions that I asked you. And then for United, I don't know, probably a counselling session, potentially a meltdown, and probably ranking.
Chris, he's only been injured for one game. It wasn't major.
And probably ranking some of their managers as well, post Fergie. Keita getting injured for kicking grass, yeah, that's acceptable behaviour. Yeah.
It's only one game.
To be fair, Velv, Naby Keita does get injured a lot. But before we go, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. Velv, where can they find you, mate?
Twitter, Instagram, Twitter and Instagram, I'm Velv_skills.
Perfect. And Gini, what about you, mate?
I don't even. I'm just dotting around, to be fair. Just chilling, minding my own business.
You're famous on TikTok now as well. If you read our group chat,
yeah, boss it challenge, Gini.
Did you not see the group chat?
No, what was it?
Have a look in the group chat. Luke posted something in there. It was literally the most recent, I think. Chris says, find Velv in Kabak's basement.
Yes.
Chris says, Keita should have gone end of last season. That's true. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. No weekly review show next Monday, but what I'm going to be doing is what I would do with Newcastle United. If I was hired now as their director of football, I'm going to give myself sort of reasonable transfer budgets, probably starting with, 80 million, 100 million, 125 down to 150 for years 4 and 5. And we're going to work out how we're going to rebuild Newcastle United with all of the money they are going to be receiving. So yeah, make sure you check that out. But yeah, until then, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be on the First XI on the watch along in just a little moment as well. So make sure that you check out that if you want to see me anymore. But until next time, thanks for watching and peace out, guys.
How's all this shit?